Hello, everybody. It's great to be here one more time today. My name is Gary Fowler. I'm the CEO, president, and founder of GSD, Get You Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in the heart of Silicon Valley. I'm a 17-time serial entrepreneur with several unicorns under the belt. I was on the original management team at Click Software, which was sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion. Also, Eva.AI, one of the first generative AI companies, pre-transformer models, your virtual assistant. David Jang was my partner in that company. We believe at GSD that intellectual capacity is evenly spread around the world and opportunities are not. We're a family office. We're a super scaler, a PR company. We've got a lot of, the whole idea is how do we take these companies and change the world? With that, I've got an incredible guest today. Mehrdad is a serial entrepreneur. He's a product lead and co-founder of SWAI.AI. He has over 7 years of experience in creating and delivering innovative AI solutions that help businesses reach their marketing goals and beyond. His mission is to empower marketeers with smarter and simpler tools to automate lead generation, customer engagement, and retention. In collaboration with his co-founders and team, he's developed and launched SWAI.AI, an AI-powered customer engagement platform that works as a 24/7 marketing expert and sales assistant for any business. SWAI.AI enables business to generate leads around the clock, answer inquiries instantly, and increase customer loyalty and satisfaction. Thanks to the company, he's helped hundreds of clients to boost their sales, reduce costs, and save time. And with that, I'd like to bring my friend Mehrdad on board. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Hello, Gary. I'm very good, thank you. Very glad to be here.
So tell me a little bit about it. Can you share a little bit about your journey and what really inspired you to found the company, co-found the company?
Sure, Gary. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. So it's been lots of up and downs in my journey, like an entrepreneur, really. Like I've always been an entrepreneur. I just worked for an enterprise once in my life, and that was it. I was like, no, that's not for me. I want to run my own businesses and stuff. And then, of course, as a young entrepreneur, you make a lot of mistakes. Most of my businesses really failed. Some succeeded, but one thing always like stuck with me, that a lot of great ideas, a lot of businesses, startups, they just fail because of lack of commercialization. They don't know how to get their idea or their product or service to the market, and they fail. I mean, looking at the stats, it's just a lot of small businesses, they fail. Is the idea really bad? Not really, not all the time. It's just the commercialization of that. So I've always wanted to kind of do something about it, because it is me. It is I love starting businesses and get them to stage and then pass it on. So it's kind of always me. Startup, having an idea, want to take it in front of the right people and hopefully like make sales and make money. And then I've been just lucky in my journey to come across some very, very clever people, and that when we talked, we were like, okay, if there was such a thing that could do this, it would be amazing. And they were like, yeah, no, it is possible. We can do that. We can build that. So that's the idea of SWAI, really, because we believe small businesses, micro businesses, startups, they just don't need another tool these days. They need an ecosystem and a brain behind it that can run it all for them. And we believe in the age of AI, it is possible. In the age of machine learning, it is possible. It's not only possible, but it's actually happening now, happening right now. So that is really what we are all about, helping smaller businesses, startups to get their idea, commercialize it, put it in front of the right people, and then convert that traffic into sales.
And do you have revenue today?
Well, we just launched our MVP, kind of MVP. It's like the third launch of our MVP. Really, we had to go back to the boardroom a few times, but we have users, we have revenue. Just launching like a couple of weeks ago, really. But yeah, it's exceeding our expectations, really.
What specific problem does SWAI solve for marketeers and businesses today?
So if I go to the like four pillars of successful campaigns that we've drawn and we believe is like the first step is really the first pillar is a well-researched marketing playbook. And when I say well research, I mean knowing like the market insights around your product or service, knowing your like ideal customer to the core, create a like profile around them and stuff, because without really having them, it's just impossible to create messages that resonates or marketing assets that resonate. And then the second one is a data backed strategies. Lots of us as marketeers are a bit biased based on our skills or based on what worked in the past. So we just like bias with what might work and what might not work. And then it comes to perfect execution, because funnel a campaign these days, you can't leave a gap anymore. It's so competitive outside that leads like fall through the cracks like there is no tomorrow. So perfect execution is key. And then finally is consistent optimization. Again, what's working right now might be different tomorrow, might be different the day after. So what Sway does is really taking care of this whole customer journey. Really, we like dig into the market insights using machine learning these days, Google Trends, and all that explosive topic to really get to the core of the like market, what we call marketing playbook. And then we have trained an AI model over 170,000 successful campaigns. And when I say successful, I mean any campaign that performed 300% plus ROI. So we reverse engineered that and got kind of taught a machine how this campaign worked and the structure of those campaigns. And then it comes to the perfect execution. So we have created a pool of apps. At the moment, we have 7. We will be 17 apps by the end of this year. That then our core AI access to build those campaigns, to build the like strategy that it suggested. And then finally, the consistent optimization, and also I like personalization, because this is something that is possible with AI these days. You can personalize at scale, real time. And when I say real time, meaning if somebody comes to your website, depending on their search history, you can completely change the content of the website to kind of capture their kind of attention. And you can do it for everybody who's visiting your website, even if it's thousands of them at the same time, thanks to AI. So this is like the whole kind of pillars that we are trying to kind of cover in Sway. And because marketing these days is like an engine, and all these pieces really should work together. And if one doesn't, the whole engine won't work. And that's why we think it all should be in one ecosystem, and that's what Sway does.
Yeah. So one of the things you've been working on this for 8 years, right?
Not particularly on this. The first AI product that was out there was 2016. It was kind of smart home voice control thing. You could just and yeah, like, this is very popular these days. Like you just say, dim these lights or turn these lights on and off. Did that in 2016, and we sold it. But then it came to kind of digital marketing or a lead generation company that I created in across Hong Kong and China. At the time I was working there, and it was generating leads for British expats who live abroad. It was like their pension transfer and stuff. So the idea of really combining AI with that and machine learning to be able to create tools that then we could sell our leads to smaller businesses because they couldn't handle it at scale. And then that's when the really the spark happened, and we were like, okay, like actually a lot of small businesses can use this one. And then we started training this machine over all the like marketing KPIs available today. So yeah.
Yes. So if you look at it, how should companies prepare themselves strategically to fully leverage AI in their marketing efforts?
Well, we are really still early days. What I suggest is not be afraid of AI. It's nothing scary. I mean, just start with asking ChatGPT to write you an email, and then you just see it like right away how much it can save you time, and you see the potential. And don't be also overwhelmed with all these AI tools that it's just happening every day. You hear, oh, this tool does that and stuff, because that's just like the beginning of everything. 90% of those, I think, will be irrelevant in the future because there are ChatGPT extensions and ChatGPT is doing it all, or Google or competitors like ChatGPT. But it's just familiarizing like yourself with AI and what it can do in the simplest way. And because the word AI is very broad, like you're talking about machine learning to a simple calculation and all that. What I'm talking about is these LLMs, the language models that are available, and just ask them simple questions and see how much they can help you. And take one step at a time. And don't be afraid to be staying behind and stuff. Still, 90% of small businesses out there haven't even asked the first thing, like ChatGPT to, hey, write me an email, or Gemini, or things like that. So just take it easy, experience it yourself, and then see what happens.
So let's talk about the emerging trends in AI driven customer engagement and sales automation. How is it? How much better do you engage the customers using these tools, and how does this influence sales automation or optimize it?
So these days and age, people, they don't like to be really part of a market, and we are kind of, I don't want to go really so deep into it, but it's just the mass emails and stuff, even with few like personalization here and there, like changing names and what their business does and stuff. It really doesn't work these days, or it doesn't work as well. People, they like to feel like they're approached directly by a company or by someone. I feel like everything is personalized around them, and it's a demand that people these days have because of access to mobile phones and stuff. They can do their own research, they can do their own everything, really. So the tools like that will help, like personalizing a sales funnel to the core for every individual, to even their preferred colors and preferred fonts and stuff. If you know that they resonate with some sort of like messaging style or font or color, using these tools, you can kind of influence that customer journey and personalize it completely for them. So everything will be customer centric, and it's not going to be like how you want them to feel. It's like how they want to feel, and they have the whole kind of the power of um, kind of having the whole journey personalized in their hand based on the past research and stuff. And we can see the result called kind of straight away that like one of our apps, it's called Quiz Magnet, and what it does in real time, it just even personalize the quiz questions based on like the few questions that we ask, and we already see the quiz finish rate like on the first 100 people that they take the quiz on average improve like by 450%, which that tells everything, really, how much personalization can influence sales.
So how do you, as an entrepreneur, how do you handle pressure in maintaining work life balance?
Ooh, that's a very hard question, especially at this stage of time. Well, at the moment I'm working like about 80 hours a week, so uh, but the reality is just super important is you have to take care of yourself in order, because that yourself that is taking care of the business. So you have to just set some times aside and just do a walk. Like I do like 45 minutes walk kind of every morning, 2 hours after I wake up. Just make sure it's always there, because I just see the impact straight away. if I don't do that by 12, I'm just I'm overwhelmed because of all these tasks around me that I have to do and stuff, and then I'm not as productive. So I just see it firsthand every day. It is important to take care of yourself as much as you take care of your business, because it's you that needs to take care of the business, and the first thing is that to take care of that you that's going to take care of the business.
So, what role has networking played in your professional growth, and how do you effectively expand your professional connections?
So definitely a big part. Like SWAI kind of changed a lot when I'm gonna just name them. An accelerator program called NatWest Accelerator. Is a big bank here in the UK. NatWest is, and then just open a lot of doors straight away. Like at the back of that, I've been getting a lot of kind of like presentations, presenting SWAI or my knowledge about like marketing and stuff to small businesses, that brought us like a lot of kind of attention. And I wouldn't have that if I wouldn't network, because at the end of the day, people buy from people, and your customers are people at the end of the day. So not only your customers, don't look at everybody that you network with like a customer or potential investor and stuff. Just building genuine connection, because you never know uh, who you're talking to and who they know. And it's just when you're nice, genuinely nice, everybody will be genuinely nice, and whatever they can help with introduction, buying your product and stuff. And that's how you grow, especially at the initial stage of the business. Super important.
So how do you maintain innovation and stay ahead of the competition in such a rapidly evolving field?
Yeah, that's not easy. I have to mention, definitely not easy. But we what we really hone into is the problem that we are solving and how we can solve it easier, better, and faster for our customers. So anytime that we see a gap in our product, we just do a very like deep research of what's available to solve the problem right now and how we can improve it just a little bit better, maybe just a click less or like at the minimum. And then we come up with innovative ideas to just make that process simpler. Our innovation is not necessarily just creating something that um, never existed before. It's mainly about improvement of the current solutions, because current solutions are created for a problem that really exists, most of them at least. And then we just try to improve those at this stage. But time to time, we come up with the bigger ideas, and then we have to just, again, go back to that problem that we are solving and see how it can make it better, faster, and cheaper.
So, what advice would you give an aspiring entrepreneurs looking to build an AI based business today?
Um, Really good question, because it's kind of easier than ever to build tech startup. Really, there's a lot of like coding programs out there that they can code the software for you, not perfect but still good enough to an MVP stage, and all that. So I my suggestion would be to, going back to the last conversation, it's really to look for real problems out there, real struggles, and if you build a product around that, then you're off to races. But if you just build things that you think is fancy and cool and people will like it, you might need to think again or do a bit more research. But if you build a product about a real problem, then yeah, then you have a business. Otherwise, it's really, really, really hard, close to impossible. I don't want to disappoint anybody here, but I want to be as realistic as possible. The reality will hit at some point, so best is to just see it from the beginning. Go do research. If you find a problem, what solutions are available, and how is your idea better than those solutions, and why they should choose your idea if it comes to existence than current solutions. If you have a very good, strong answer to that one, um, go for it.
Yeah. So, what's the most difficult hurdle you've had to come over in building a company?
Not one or two, but uh, really different stages, different problems. The latest problem we had was team management. So it's just adding more developers to the team. Every individual, they have their own like thought process and stuff, and then connecting these very innovative ideas to and trying to shift like the team's mind around what you used to do until now is not applicable anymore and you should change it. I find it quite challenging, but luckily we find ways around these, and user stories and all that is helping a lot. But team management, because at the end of the day, you can't run a business without a team. And it's the team that makes the business success, not just one individual. I believe the people that help you around the business. So just better connections. Make sure that you whatever it is in your head, you can communicate it really well to everybody in the team.
And closing thoughts, and how do people get a hold of you? And by the way, when we're done with this, just stay online and we can talk for a few minutes.
Sure. Well, yeah, I'm available. I'm very active on LinkedIn, and I'm very available on our chat widget on the website as well. So yeah, and my email is also gets quite a lot of attention from me every day. I check it like 4 or 5 times. So LinkedIn, best way, then email, and then if nothing else works, on the website chat widget, and then you'll find me.
I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today. And thanks to all my audience for joining one more time. GSD presents Top Global Startups. My name is Gary Fowler. I'm your host. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay healthy. And we'll be back to you again soon with another exciting edition. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.